Good morning, party people. This your man Griff here. Getting ready to go through some documents for a couple of signings I got today, and I wanted to just talk to y'all real briefly about instructions. Um, Majority of these closings come with instructions. There's instructions, and a lot of it is repetitive. But when you get an email from them to confirm, there's sometimes instructions in there. You also have instructions inside of the signing order or snap docs that they put in there. And then you have instructions inside of the document themselves. And it's very important that you read the instructions, especially if it's a company that you haven't worked with before. Um, Sorry about that. Or if for some reason you're looking like today, I was looking and I said, okay, there's an awful lot of instructions here. I'm like, this is a little bit more than what I'm used to seeing. So I said, let me sit down and read everything. And as I was reading through, one of the key points that they made here is that there's a client survey and that they want that filled out. A lot of times the clients don't want to fill it out, but in this case, they want it filled out and they use it, and it's also can be used as a way to promote yourself. So in other words, if you've done a great job and they like you, then you can it can that survey can help you to get future work. But then I also noticed they had in here, of course, which is normal, that copies of the IDs are required to be sent back. But then I also see here it says borrowers can also fax or email them as well. And the reason why that's important, at least, here where this is only one person signing, but the fact that they can also fax or email them, because sometimes they don't like you taking pictures of them with your Adobe Scan app or any other app. They don't like that. So after you may, record them in your notary journal, they may say, I'm a email it or fax it back myself. So that's an option. So that's good to know. Um, of course, they talk about how you get your deductions and your fees and all that kind of stuff, and and everything. So it talks about how they pay, net 30 and sometimes sooner, and all that. And then I was like, all right. So as I got this getting ready to get started, I see another set of instructions, and what caught my attention was that it said notary and attorneys must read the below and follow. And it said do not date the note. All right, got that. You know me, I'm Mr. Note Man, so learned my lesson. Which I never had them date the note, but the other stuff I got straight. But then it said here, do not put any X marks where the borrowers are to sign or initial unless the document calls for an initial. Doing so will result in a full reclose. So, for you notaries who feel your time is precious and that if somebody asks you to go back out there and do something um, that you may have messed up and you always want them to pay you, they're telling you here what not to do so you don't have to go out there and redo it again. It says do not put an X mark where the borrower are to sign. That's what it says, are to sign. Now I figured it would say is to sign, but whichever one. And it says or initials unless the document calls for initials. So that's what it says. And matter of fact, let me see if I can. So here it is for y'all to read for yourself. Okay. So you won't think that I'm just making it up. This is what they're saying. Now, if you've been educated, trained, directed to put an X or make people initial, now you got to follow their directions. That is what's key, following their directions. So, and I've heard and I've actually seen documents that I've done split signings for, got X's written all on them, where people supposed to sign, um, little arrows, and I've even seen where all these extra initials, but there's no initial block. So make sure that stuff you doing is what they want you to do, not just going by what I was trained this way. You know, not saying your training is wrong, but it becomes wrong if what you're doing is not what they want done and it doesn't call for it. So, I know a lot of people talk about over signing. That's one thing where okay, I'm gonna sign here. But when you start talking about putting marks and straight marks all on documents and stuff, that you have to be careful of. So read the instructions, follow the instructions, and you'll be okay. All right. Peace.